Why, hello there. I'm Theo, the co-proprietor of the Gallant Goblin, and tonight I have gathered my friends together for an evening of gaslighting and murder. Yes, we are playing my new favorite game, Blood on the Clocktower. Blood on the Clocktower is a social deduction game in the style of Werewolf, but it's much better. In just a moment, my friends in the village of Goblinshire will be assigned roles in the form of tokens. If they receive a blue token, they are on the good team. Yay them. Their goal is to find and kill the demon. But if they receive a red token, they are on the evil team. Boo! Their goal is to slowly murder off the villagers until there are only 2 players left, including the demon. The good team is composed of townsfolk, who have useful powers to help the town, and outsiders, who have less than useful powers for the good team. The evil team consists of minions who distract, confuse, and sometimes even murder the villagers. And the big bad, the demon. The evil team knows who the other evil players are, but the good team all starts in the dark. They'll have to use their abilities and their intuition to determine who to trust. The game is divided into day and night phases. During the day, the players will chat with each other, either publicly or privately, to share information or misinformation, and then they'll nominate each other to be executed, which is how they'll eventually, hopefully, kill the demon. Then, at night, players, both good and evil, will use their abilities privately, and the demon will slay a villager. I will be the storyteller of the game, crafting the experience for the players. I invite you to come join us at the table. It'll all make sense soon as the Gallant Goblin plays Blood on the Clocktower. Today's video is brought to you by Hit Point Press. The deck of many animated 5e reference cards can bring even more magic to your games, and they make fantastic gifts. Get animated spell cards, condition cards, or townsfolk NPCs. You can even get in-game items like the Deck of Illusions and the Deck of Many Things. Get your deck of many animated cards using the info icon in the corner or in the doohickey down below. Hello and welcome back to the Gallant Goblin Plays Blood on the Clocktower live on Twitch. We are joined this week by these lovely folks. Say hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hopefully I'm going through. I want to also, before we even get started, give a big shout out to Larry in our chat who's monitoring our stream and also moderating our chat. So everybody say thanks, Larry.
Thanks, Larry.
This week we are joined by Paizo freelancer Alex.
Hey everyone!
And indie game designer Morgan.
Hello.
Improv comedy performer Eric.
Hey, how's it going?
Safety professional and respiratory amateur Ryan.
Hello.
Upcoming Twitch streamer Catboy.
Hi.
Paizo freelancer Grady.
Hello.
Author and layout editor Daniel.
Hello.
Author, editor, and game designer BJ.
Hello.
And the original OG Glenn.
Hey there.
With the salute. All right, everybody. So, I have a little poem for you to get us started. If I remember correctly, this one, oh gosh, I didn't write down the citation, so we'll look it up later. One of them was from Neil Gaiman, but I don't remember which one it was. But here's our first poem to get us in the mood. The monsters were never under my bed because the monsters were inside my head. I fear no monsters, for no monsters I see, because all this time the monster has been me. I will send you all to the nighttime. Good luck, everybody, and I will pass out our tokens to start. And here they, making sure I count them up. Looks good to me. Here you go. All right, so take a look at those, and I'm going to send you to the nighttime. Good night, everybody. All right, everybody. So let's take a little gander around our board here. And I'm going to hide this. We'll start off, make sure I'm not going through up there. I'm going to check out Teddy. Everything looks good and sounds great. Thank you there. I appreciate that, Mr. Teddy Jr. So we're going to start at the top here with Alex, who is this game's monk. So in this game, we're going to play some of the roles that we didn't have last time. So our monk, each night, choose a player, not yourself. They are safe from the demon tonight. Pretty self-explanatory. They can protect people from being murdered in the night. There's a couple of ways for people to survive a demon attack at night, and this is one of them. So there is the monk. Next up is the mayor, which is a slightly confusing role. And I think Morgan has been the mayor on more than one occasion in my games. If only 3 players live and no execution occurs, your team wins. If you die at night, another player might die instead. So on the first part of that, when the game gets down to that final day, there's 3 players left, one of whom is the demon. If the mayor can convince everybody to just not kill anybody, then the good team wins. So it gives the good team another win opportunity. And it also, if the demon tries to kill the mayor at night, then I might ping that off on another player. So the mayor has a little bit more of a chance to survive all the way to the end. Next up, we have Eric, who is this game's investigator. You start knowing that one of 2 players is a particular minion. So I need to set this up. So we only have one minion in the game, who is the spy. Each night you see the Grimoire. You might register as good. So we'll talk about this in a second. So that's going to be the minion that is seen. Not really a way to avoid that. Sometimes the spy can evade these sort of things, but I don't think it really works in this case. And we'll figure out who the red herring is going to be there in a minute. He's going to see one other player as possibly the minion. What I might do is show him Ryan Terry, and I'll tell you why. Because Ryan Terry is this game's virgin. The first time you are nominated, if the nominator is a townsfolk, they are executed immediately. So in this sense, the first time somebody tries to nominate Ryan Terry for execution, that person's just going to die immediately. And since it says execution, that ends the day and we move on to the next day. But that is a good way to confirm Ryan Terry as the virgin and the other person as a townsfolk. Keep in mind that it doesn't work with drunks. And my original plan was to make the virgin the drunk, which I think could be a pretty good bit of fun. We'll think about that as we go around the map, and then we'll come and set this up in a minute. Next up is our butler. The butler is one of our outsiders in this game. Each night, choose a player, not yourself. Tomorrow, you may only vote if they are voting too. I'm not sure if the app here has special functionality for this, but if you're sitting around a game in person, you can only raise your hand if the person that you have chosen to buttle for is also raising their hand. So we're going to go and check with Catboy to see who they want to buttle for the next day. So that's one of our outsiders. There are supposed to be 2 outsiders. This is the only outed one. The other one is going to be our drunk, and we're going to place that here in a minute. Next up, we have Grady, who is our librarian. You start knowing that one of 2 players is a particular outsider, or that 0 are in play. So we'll probably not going to do that with the drunk. We'll probably do that with the butler. So we're going to show that, let's see, the librarian, so that is our outsider, and we'll figure out who the other one's going to be in a minute. So Grady will start with that information to get us going. So that should help build a little circle of trust among the good players. Next up, we have Daniel, who is our fortune teller. Each night, choose 2 players. You learn if either is the demon. There is a good player that registers as a demon to you, so they have a red herring. So pretty straightforward power, but we're going to choose one person to be their red herring, and I think I'm going to make that Alex. Because, or Catboy. No, I don't want to be that mean to Catboy. Catboy's one of the few times Catboy gets to be on the good team, so I'm going to let him enjoy that. Let's make Alex the red herring. Because the monk is going to try to stay alive as long as possible. A monk is a pretty common demon bluff, and Alex always tries hard to stay alive. So we're going to make that Daniel's red herring. So when Daniel's asking about who is a demon, if he picks Glenn, he's going to get a yes. And if he picks Alex, he's going to get a yes. Next up, we have our minion for this game, BJ. BJ's only played a couple of games of Blood on the Clocktower, and is going to get a kind of interesting role here. Each night, you see the Grimoire. So the Grimoire is what we're looking at here right now, all this information. You might register as good or as a townsfolk or outsider, even if dead. So when people are checking rolls around the table, they can register as various things for things like the empath or whatever. So the spy can stay hidden pretty decently. And the spy will also know all the rolls that are not in play, so they can bluff as anything they want to. And we'll set up the bluffs here in a second for our demon for this game, our original OG Glenn. Each night, choose a player, they die. If you kill yourself this way, a minion, in this case BJ, will become the imp. So if the heat gets a little bit too strong on Glenn, he can do a star pass over to BJ, and they will continue the game that way. So let's set up our demon bluffs. So what I think I'll give them this time, probably good to have a outsider as a bluff, because that will let them hide the fact that there's a drunk in play. So we'll do that. Because this, I think we will go ahead and make our Ryan Terry our drunk, because in this case, when somebody nominates Ryan Terry and it fails, there's a number of reasons it can fail. It might fail because the other person is the drunk, or it might fail because Ryan is the drunk, because the drunk is an outsider. And so the virgin power only goes off if the nominator is a townsfolk. An outsider is not a townsfolk. So when Ryan Terry's power does not work, he might wonder if he's the drunk, if the other person is an outsider, possibly the drunk, or if the other person is actually evil. So this would make some fun misdirection at our table. So we're going to have the Saint, who is another outsider, to kind of hide the fact that there's a secret outsider in play, because there should be two. And we're going to go ahead and give them Slayer, which is always a good option. And, well, actually, let's not do Slayer. Let's do something that can get information. Let's do Empath. And we'll do another one that can hide a little bit as a soldier. If Glenn decides to bury a kill in the night at some point, he can claim soldier, or BJ can claim soldier and just say, like, clearly they targeted the soldier and that's why they didn't die. The Saint, let me start with, so the soldier, yeah, you are safe from the demon. And so that's one way that the evil team can bluff that. They can say, like, Glenn can try to murder an already dead player so no one is actually killed, and just say, clearly they tried to target me, I'm the soldier, and that's the way that they can hide. The empath, each night you learn how many of your 2 alive neighbors are evil, so that's one way that you can frame somebody else and set up an alternative world where somebody else is evil, because it's always important for the evil team to set up those alternate worlds. And finally, hey there, Meredith, I'm glad you could join us. Please don't tell Ryan anything about the game, because it'll be cheating. Saint is our last one. If you die by execution, your team loses. So it's always a good demon bluff in order to stay alive. Please don't execute me or everybody's gonna lose. So those are our 3 demon bluffs. What else we need to set? We gonna Morgan Investigator. Who is the other one that we're gonna show as a particular minion? We could double up on Alex and make her the red. Well, this would be a minion. Ooh, tricky. I think we might go ahead and make it. Oh, let's make it interesting. The investigator's looking at BJ and Daniel, who are in the same house right now. So he's going to see those 2 as a minion. So very fun there. They can register as good or a townsfolk or an outsider. Okay, so that's what that is. Version setup. We'll go visit the butler in the night. The librarian is seeing the butler as an outsider, and also maybe, who's gonna want to hide who they are? I think we will give that one or 2 players, a particular outsider, as the butler. Maybe we'll go ahead and make it Morgan. I think that makes a little bit of sense. So we'll make that one the wrong outsider for Grady there. Our fortune teller is seeing Alex as a red herring. Our spy will get the grimoire. And I think we are set up. Thank you, Meredith. I do appreciate that. I think Ryan's in for a very interesting game here, so we'll see what he thinks about what I've done for him. All right, so we are all set up with our roles. I'm going to go ahead and turn the volume back on for our audience. and we will go visit people. So let's see.
Wear a mask to the grocery store because if I was in there too long, I couldn't breathe and I'd about want to pass out by the time I got back to the car, just because of the sprays they put on all the vegetables, because those pesticides are made out of soy.
All right, I'm going to start visiting folks, by the way, in the night, so be on the lookout for my chats if you would, and be aware now that we might be able to hear your nighttime conversations. So be aware of that, and I'm going to go chat with y'all, so be on the lookout.
So, Theo, my first kill is,
I see what you did there. So remember, my chat should show up on your left-hand side of your screen. Let's see. There you are.
Hello, here I am. I am the spy, it looks like.
Are you ready to be evil?
Again?
Again?
Yes.
All right, so you get a very interesting one. You're going to get to see all the information. So be ready to jot down a couple of notes here in a minute. Right now, I'm just here to tell you who your demon is. And your demon is Glenn.
Okay.
So sitting right next to you.
At least we're right close to each other, right?
Yeah, so just be aware of that. I'll come back to you in just a moment to give you all your lovely spy information. So get ready to be information overload.
Woohoo!
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay.
It's until like halfway through December. Yeah.
Hello, you're the big bad for this one.
I know, I see that.
So one thing you have to do now is you have to send me a picture of you doing your best imp impersonation for our thumbnail for our video. So just be aware of that.
Oh, okay.
So be thinking about that. But I'm just here to tell you right now that your minion is BJ.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting.
So, I'm also here to tell you your bluffs. I always forget that. Very important. Your bluffs are Saint, always a good one.
Yeah.
Empath, also a good one for building those alternate worlds and throwing sus on other people. And Soldier, another good one to hide with.
Yeah,
so
that's a classic.
You got two ones that are good for hiding, and one that's good for framing other people, which is also important.
Okay. Got it.
All right, I'll let you think about that, and be sure you give those to BJ, because presumably she will not have those until you give them to her.
Okay. Yep.
All right, I'll talk to you soon. Good luck.
Goodbye.
Okay.
I'm
over here trying not to spend money, but I keep buying these stupid romance fantasy books instead.
Are they good though?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I read them, and then I pick up the next one in the series, so I guess they must be.
What are they?
Well, I'm waiting for her to write one. I mean,
I don't have time to write novels anymore. I wish I did. Maybe I'll do some more.
Are you published? I'm sorry. Do you have a novel?
You know what? I'm not gonna. I used to write romance novels, and I don't share them.
Like under your actual name or like a pen name?
No.
Interesting conversations going on in there. I'm sorry I'm missing them.
Well, we need to look up BJ's romance novel.
I know, right? Well, Grady, you have a pretty easy role tonight. I'm sure you're probably happy about that. You are the librarian. You start knowing that one of two players is a particular outsider. Or that none are in play, but there is one in play.
There's two. Oh, one.
Oh, well, there's at least one in play, I should say. There should be two. Unless there is a Baron out there, in which case there's more than that. But you start knowing that either Morgan or Catboy is our butler.
All right.
I'll let you do with that information as you like. Good luck.
Say less. Say no more.
Alex is sold.
I am.
Go forth and purchase. Right.
always catch you in conversations.
I know.
All right.
You're so chatty.
So let me see if I can do this while you are in. I got to figure out. Oh, here we go. So I'm going to send you this. Here is the grimoire. Do you see something on your screen now?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, let me hit this. I've never done this live, so I'm going to click that now. And there you go. You should have it on your screen right now. So let's walk through it. Do you see it?
Well, I see it says the grimoire. Should I click on it?
Yeah, go ahead and click that.
Aha. Okay.
So that is the entire board. That is what everybody is. I want to make
so I just get to know that. That's cool.
Yeah, you get to know everything going on in this game. I don't know if it lets you save that information on your end. I'm not sure how that works, but make sure you make a note of it.
I just took a screenshot.
Yeah, take a screenshot. I will point out a couple of things, just so you know.
Okay.
Those little circles on the inside are my little reminder tokens. So, for example, Ryan Terry over there, our virgin, is really our drunk. So he doesn't know it, but
so
he's really
thinks
drunk.
He's virgin, but he's actually drunk.
Yes. So when he tries to test his power, it is not going to work. So that's something that you can use to your advantage later on. If you look at Daniel's our fortune teller. Each night, he chooses 2 players to learn if either one is the demon, and there's a good player that registers as a demon to him. And that player who's going to be his red herring is Alex, who is the monk. So if you see that little red herring token up there, that's what that means.
Okay.
So it is a red herring for Daniel.
Cool.
And finally, we have Eric, our investigator. He started knowing that one of 2 players is a minion, and he was shown you or Daniel as the spy. So there's somebody who already has some sus on you, so you might have to try to throw that sus over to Daniel.
Oh, that's easy. I'll throw Daniel into the bus.
There you go. So yeah, that's just your starting information there. Do you have any questions about it? Oh, you also see the demon bluffs. Not super relevant because you know all the roles that are not in play, right?
Yeah.
So any role not here, you can take that as one of your bluffs. But the ones that I gave to Glenn are Saint, Empath, and Soldier. So just be thinking about what you want to be your bluff. You can kind of think about that, and just remember that you want to be able to start building a world on which somebody else is the evil team. So as the game plays out, figure like, who do you want to throw some suspicion on? And if you can pick a role that lets you do that, then all the better.
Okay. I will try to keep that in mind.
All right. And otherwise, you should have all the information you need. And you can also pass this on to Glenn, so Glenn might have some ideas for who to target in the night.
Okay.
Any questions for me?
I don't think so. Is there any of this information? Yes. Is there any of this information I need to keep to myself? I mean, obviously from everybody else, but from Glenn.
Nope. You can tell Glenn everything, or you can just send it to him if you want to. If there's I don't know if there's a good way to do it in the game, so you might just have to tell it to him real fast. I think that's kind of part of the fun, is you have to take some time to tell him. Mm-hmm. But I will visit you every night to give you a little bit more information, but that's what you start with tonight. So as the Grimoire changes, you'll see the updates.
All right. Thank you so much.
Good luck.
And so I, in the interest of being honest, need to...
You must commit seppuku.
Wow, that went downhill fast.
I'm going to need
to tell him your credit card number.
The game. Unfortunately, my apologies, y'all. I was given information I should not have. In the
well, to be fair, yesterday someone was given information that... I keep saying yesterday. I meant Friday. No, I meant Monday.
Did I miss something about Ryan Terry?
Yeah, I was given some space for him. He said he got some information he should not have gotten, so you may want to talk to him after you talk to me. I was see if he'd use the opportunity to, talk, but that's okay.
Okay, yeah, I'll go and check with him. Yeah, maybe sure. I think his somebody in his house might be watching the stream, and I wonder if he heard something. So if there's a problem, we'll just re-rack and start over. It's okay. But you're the investigator.
I sure am.
And you start knowing, assuming we don't re-rack here. Oh, I got a text. Lucy's text says, please join the main next. Brian has something to say.
Yeah.
I'll just back out of here because I have a feeling we're restarting. So let's back out. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I hear something has gone on.
Yeah, I was accidentally given information I shouldn't have.
So, what were you told?
That I'm apparently an alcoholic.
Well, I guess what's the best?
Yeah, we should just re-roll. I mean, we're at night 1. My sincere apologies on that.
That's all right.
It was legitimately an accident. I was talking to someone who was in chat. They didn't realize that the drunk element was a secret. And I said, I just said something. I messaged and in chat, I messaged, I feel like my role is calling me out. talking about it being a virgin, and then they about it being a virgin, and they responded, "Virgin drunk? Oh my god!" I'm like, okay, that's information I really should not have.
That's all right. This is what happens in these games sometimes. So we're just gonna do a quick reroll.
In the interest of being forthright and honest, I needed to come forward that I now have data I really should not have of it.
That's completely fine. We'll do a little reroll. We'll have some fun with it. So that's how, that's the fun of doing a live game. So I'll back out and tell everybody else. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. All right, folks, it does sound like some information leaked out in chat. So I think the best way to handle this is we're just going to reroll. And so, everybody, I want everybody to, wait, here, we're going to do this real fast. We're coming back to the daytime. Who do you think the demon was?
Oh, I know.
Not Ryan, if he had information he shouldn't have had. So
Yeah. Not Ryan.
Everybody take your guess. Who's the demon?
BJ.
Catboy. I'm going to say Catboy. We got to figure out
Catboy's always a good guess.
That's the odds-on favorite.
It was our original OG. Glenn was our demon. And BJ was our spy.
I never would have guessed that.
So
I was spy. I was going to get to be the minion.
So we're going to clear the Grimoire. Boom.
So
we're going to just
information that you got.
BJ, were you the minion?
I was.
The information
see,
I
you're
got,
doing evil.
as just
I think they're good.
Straight to the team. What ended up happening? Somebody who a significant other who is in chat didn't realize that being the drunk was secret information. I just responded. They were in chat, and I said, "Enjoy the game." And I responded, "I feel like my role is calling me out," and my role was the virgin. And so I was just making a joke because they could see obviously that I was the virgin. And so I said, "I feel like my role is calling me out." And their response was, "Virgin drunk, oh my god." And I'm like, okay, that's a little more data than I actually should have.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Virgin would have been, was what I was noting was funny. But yeah.
All right.
I was the butler, by the way, so I was not evil. So if I get evil, this is Brian Terry.
The issue.
The universe correcting itself.
That's right. It's the universe correcting itself because Catboy.
Wait, Ryan Terry, how did you reveal that information?
Well, let me go ahead and pass these tokens out so we can get started. I'll let y'all talk about it in the nighttime real fast.
Sure.
So be on the lookout for your tokens. This looks way different from this side, somebody says. All right, we're going to go ahead and pass out the tokens. Again, 5 townsfolk, 2 outsiders, 1 minion, 1 demon, and here we go. All right, take a look at that. And I will send everybody to the night. And yeah, I'm going to go talk to our chat real fast, and I'll be right back to talk to each of you.
Sure, sounds good.
Cool.
And of course, Catboy is our demon this time. His biggest fear, always evil. So I only changed up a couple of roles. I kept them mostly the same. We won't be making our virgin or drunk again. I added in a poisoner instead of the spy. Each night, choose a player. They are poisoned tonight and tomorrow day. That way, we'll have a different minion. I think the spy, being known that the spy was out there, is a little bit too of a piece. I want to change these up a little bit. And I also added in a slayer once per game. During the day, publicly choose a player. If they are the demon, they die. So that is always a lot of fun. And everything else, I think, is the same. So who are we going to make our... Who are we going to make our drunk? I like the empath being normal. We could make the monk the drunk, which would be fun. Oh, the investigator. So one is a particular minion. No, ooh, it's a tough one this time. Maybe a monk. Yeah, I think. Oh, Alex has been the drunk so many times, I feel like. But I think that's what we got to do. Yeah. Oh, I'm debating between that and Glenn the investigator. I think I might go with Glenn. I think I might go with Glenn this time. All right. So, yeah, I think that'll be fine. All right. So the monk, we don't have to do any setup for. We don't have to do any setup for the virgin or the empath. We'll talk to the butler in a minute. We'll go to the imp soon. Poisoner. There's not much setup this time. BJ gets to be the fortune teller this time. So let's see, who do we want to... Ooh, maybe we should... Oh, that's fun. We're going to make our previous imp, our previous bad guy, our new red herring for the previous minion. Because I bet you DJ's going to check Glenn, and he's going to be the drunk investigator. Thank you, Meredith, for following us. It's going to make... yeah, this is going to be fun. Our drunk investigator who's going to get bunk information, going to make him seem even more suspicious. So that should be fun, although he might die early on because he's an early first day roll, but we'll see how it goes. And otherwise, this particular setup doesn't need a lot of setup. We're going to show, so 2 players, one is a particular minion. Who's going to want to stay alive? Let's show that either Alex, yeah, let's do Alex, or it's going to be something wrong. Ooh, I don't know. Terry's going to try to die. But I still think that's fun. That's going to throw some... Yeah. Whoops. Well, they're both wrong, but it's okay. Yeah. We're going to show him that. Because Ryan Terry's going to, as be the butler, is going to seem like a good bluff. And we're going to show him the spy. We're going to make it Lily the spy. So I think that'll be fun. All right. I think we are set up. I'm going to go back to chat. And, all right, chat. Y'all be quiet a little bit. But yes, Catboy is evil again. He's going to be so mad at me, you have no idea. I swear it's random. You saw me hit the random button. All right, we'll be right back.
Chef Boyardee.
All right. I come back in here, Chef Boyardee. All right, be on the lookout for my chats. I'm coming to talk to y'all.
Yay.
Your easy night just got harder.
I hate Ryan Terry. I know he's going to be watching this recap, so I know he's going to know, and I don't care.
Well, you are the poisoner, and your demon is, of course, Catboy.
I super hate Ryan Terry. I'm going to poison him.
Well, I'm coming back. I'll get that information. Well, no, I can get that information from you now. Do you want to poison Ryan Terry?
Yes.
All right. I will note that on here. All right. And, yeah, make sure you go chat with Catboy to get your bluffs.
Yeah.
All right, good luck.
We all just taking a nap over here now.
You can all talk still. Please feel free. Just you might hear occasionally. You might go out on stream.
Randomly on occasion.
Yeah, everyone on stream.
Hi.
So Ryan Terry is dead to me. I was ready to buttle. I was ready to just like, I don't know, but you know what? It's fine. Let's do this.
It's going to be an interesting, interesting one for him to go back and watch. I'll just say that. Your minion is Grady this time around, and let me give you a few little bluffs here that I think you might enjoy. Ooh, which ones? All right. Oh, it's a little tough. Yeah, let me give you these. I'll give you Saint, Soldier, and Chef.
Saint, Soldier, Chef. Okay, well, because I was talking about Chef Boyardee, so people are going to be like, yeah, I'm the chef, but it's like, oh, you would not reveal that. I don't know. Anyway. Okay.
Well, when I got to be a minion with you yesterday, or whenever that was, 2 days ago, I had a lot of fun with the chef bluff, so I thought I'd throw that one for you.
Right.
But they might try to kill you in this game. But yeah, good luck. Sorry you had to be evil again.
Well, no, actually giving me the Saint is actually pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Those are all ones that you can do something with. I wanted to give you ones that you are good at hiding, and also one that's good at building another narrative. Since you two are together, throwing like a Chef Zero out there could be helpful, so people aren't looking for two people sitting next to each other. But the chef is also generally kind of seen as a first-night character who might get killed off. But there's a couple of first-night characters on this script, so maybe there's others out there. But I'll let you decide what you want to do with those.
Okay.
All right. Good luck, my friend.
Okay.
Bye.
In it. And I read the first one and I was just like, that was just utter crap. It was terrible.
I do actually. That is one of the few that I did enjoy.
Really? I did not. I did not like it.
You're off the hook of being evil.
Yeah.
Pressure's off. How are you feeling about the re-rack?
Yeah. It's okay.
Well, I am here.
It's all set.
Yeah, we're all good now. You start knowing that one of two players is a particular minion, and you learn that either Alex or Ryan Terry is the spy.
Okay. I got it.
All right, good luck.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Glass. Oh my god.
So I think my issue with them is like they are written like YA novels, but the characters.
Hello, my muted friend.
Hey, what's going on, Theo?
So, each night you learn how many of your 2 alive neighbors are evil, and right now, as you send out your empathetic vibes to your neighbors' houses, you're getting good vibes. Right now, Morgan and Ryan Terry are both friendly neighborhood, friendly people.
We'll see about that. Okay, thanks, Theo.
Unless you're the drunk. Good luck.
I'll keep it in mind. Yep.
Teenager, she threw a bunch of sex in there. So I don't disagree with you on those books. They're really popular. I really loved the second one in court. The Throne of Glass was painful. Oh, be right back.
Yeah.
Be right back.
I'm like, why deny
it? So you are the fortune teller. Each night you choose 2 players and you learn if either one is a demon. So I just talked to you through this role because this was what Daniel used to be.
Awesome.
But
yeah.
Who would you like to look at tonight? And remember, there is one person who's going to register as the demon to you who is not really the demon.
Okay, so they don't have to be right next to each other, do they?
Oh, nope. You can pick any 2 people around the table, and you can also pick yourself.
I'm gonna pick Daniel and Ryan Terry.
You pick Daniel and Ryan Terry, and you learn that no, neither one of them is the demon.
Okay.
Good place to start.
Helpful information.
Good luck.
And then pulled on their braid, and then crossed their hands in front of their chest, and then sniffed. I will be very upset.
Well, hello.
Hello, how may I serve you, sir?
Well, you're not serving me, but you have to decide who you're going to buttle for today.
I don't fucking know. Eric. Sure.
All right. Eric is your master. Enjoy that.
I had to get us demonetized in the first few minutes.
I saw how you did that. And we'll beep it in the YouTube chat.
Oh, my bad.
Good luck.
Awful. I couldn't with it at all. Not at all. Oh. And likewise, Sarah's.
All right. We're getting off to a little bit of late start here. So technically, Ryan Terry is poisoned, so doesn't really have an ability. But he doesn't know that. So I'm not really going to pay a lot of attention to how this works. But we'll see how it works along the thing. But otherwise, he is only allowed to vote if Eric votes tonight. But otherwise, I think we are all set up here. I'm nervous that I've forgotten something with the re-rack, but hopefully we are good. Hey, thank you for the follow there, Gobias22. All right, let's take them into the daytime, and we'll get this little party started. Make sure we've gone everything. We did the poisoner, we did the investigator, the empath, the fortune teller, and the butler. All right, we should be off to the races.
Of steel.
All right, we are finally getting started.
Let's get it started and hit.
Before, indeed, let me get this open here. Here we go. Oh, I'm having trouble with my notepad with all my nice flavor text for the game, because you can't start a game without flavor text. Before dawn, your wise, esteemed, and devilishly handsome storyteller, myself, awoke to a world still cloaked in shadows and moonlight. With tales heavy in my heart, I walked the silent streets to the town square. There, beneath the old creaking and recently cleaned Clocktower, I prepared for my morning reading. But, as I arranged my ancient parchments, I felt a passing chill. From the shadows, sinister and eager eyes watched me. The air thickened with foreboding. I could sense its malice, and as the first light of dawn neared, the imp made its move. Avenge me, O Goblinshire! Avenge your dashing, rizzed-up and pleasant-smelling, expired storyteller. Good luck, everybody.
I love that Theo was not only prepared for one game, but he also had something for a reroll.
I love it.
We knew it was gonna happen.
To be fair, we never actually got to this point in the first game.
I was going to take the credit.
That's true.
It's true.
So do we
All
Yeah,
right.
time for private chats. All right.
Good luck.
Yeah. Anyone have any?
Yeah.
Wow.
I have something that will kick things off if you.
Oh,
Sure.
I want to hear.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hang on. Let's.
Oh yeah. Sorry. What's up?
All right. Hold
What do you want to say? What do you
Okay,
want to say?
so I'm the investigator,
All right.
and I know that either Alex or Ryan are the spy.
Hang on.
Good to know. So Alex is the spy. Good to know.
So to be safe, we just kill them both. But
Starting with who?
decide
Alex?
which one you want to start with.
I mean, I will note myself early. I don't know that there's much reason for me to not claim this early, just for getting outsider count out there. I'm an outsider. I'm the butler.
Butler. Okay.
I'm the butler. Yeah. So, like, just in the interest of giving information to town. I don't have a useful power. It's just a little annoying that I can't vote whenever I want. But
You have a limitation, not a power.
Yeah.
yeah, basically, yeah.
So who'd you choose the first night? Because you get first night info, or get to do stuff first night.
That's for me to tell them.
That's why you may only vote if that's fair. Okay, cool.
But we
Terrible
will.
power.
Yeah, it's not great.
Where are you?
All the time, I realize.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to other
Hi, Theo.
people, but
Hello.
hi, Theo. But we'll see.
We were just
we'll
doing
see
our
what
3 for 3.
You want
Yeah.
to give us a recap?
Yeah. I told Alex that I am either the monk, the virgin, or the slayer.
Maybe we'll test out your virgin flame later.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
You probably
and I told
should.
Morgan that I'm either the chef, the Raven's keeper, or the soldier. So we'll see if we can trust each other. Are you evil?
Am I evil? No.
Oh yeah. That's when a demon would say, "Okay, see you later. I'm going to talk to
All
other
right.
people." Bye.
Because I could out myself to you anyway. That's kind of what I'm considering here. I don't really think it matters too much if I out myself to you.
I've already
because
noted who I am. I'm
Yeah.
your faithful servant.
Yeah, I'm just trying to process all this. Sure, what the fuck? It's not going to matter. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be pretty high on the list to get killed anyway, but I'm the empath, so I actually got good reads on you and Morgan. If you were the spy, you would already know that, though, so there's no point in me hiding it from you.
It's also worth noting that if I was the spy, you could get a good read regardless.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're, like, I'm accepting of the possibility that you might be the spy, and I've outed myself the spy, but if you were the spy, then you would already know that, so it doesn't
I
matter.
would already know. I would
Yeah.
also not care about dying because
Yeah, you would, yeah, exactly. So,
yeah, ultimately, like, yeah, I'm.
you would actually be a pretty
My
good
hope
safe
is outing myself as the butler instantaneously maybe proves a little bit that I'm not, because
here-
like
Yeah,
I obviously didn't get a chance to talk to the demon.
yeah.
Like, I'm the butler.
So you'd actually be a pretty cool Lynch then, because we could vote for you. Then I
Fine,
could use
yeah,
my
it's fine with
empathic
me.
ability to get Cap away. Then we could focus using Glenn's read on. Was it Alex?
Maybe, like, yeah, ultimately the spy is not a horrible minion to leave alive regardless. I would just not trust Alex's intuitions on things generally. Just because that would end up giving, like, there's the or mine, I guess, but if you're getting the idea that I'm
Share it with like the few people that were there, because he was just like, yeah, I'm the investigator. Alex and Ryan are the spy. I mean, one of them is a spy. And I think it's Alex, because Ryan Terry told me he was a butler, and I was like, okay, whatever, all right. But
Interesting.
yeah, also I want to let you know, important thing. I'm
Okay.
the saint. I'm
You're
the
the
saint.
saint? Okay.
Yes.
I'm the virgin.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So, like, we're just over here being, like, sweet and innocent?
Cause oh my god, look at this halo over my cat ears. Okay, but yeah, so yeah, well, so we can use you to test. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
you probably should.
Well, as a saint, I can't do it, but we should get other people to, because I'm an outsider.
It's true,
So-
yeah.
I was gonna give like an example, and then I realized that my example was completely wrong. So it doesn't really matter. But no, I mean, yeah, still knowing they're not next to each other is probably helpful to some extent. Hello, Theo.
Hello.
Hello. Couldn't you have
Intruder
just,
alert! Intruder
couldn't
alert!
you just have re-rolled the drunk?
I could have, but I didn't.
I had props ready for being a librarian.
I'm sorry.
And I was a fortune teller. I could have found out if BJ was betraying me right off the bat.
Now you're gonna have to go and watch the replay too to get all the the dirt.
Well, I mean, I guess she was, right?
Yeah, yeah, she was.
Right?
All right, I'll let y'all chat. We only have a few minutes left.
Oh, I guess.
Catboy said that Glenn is claiming he's the investigator and got to read that either Alex or Ryan are the spy.
Correct, Mundo. So, that's interesting information to me. I'm thinking Ryan Terry is a good lynch for me. Do you want to do a 3 for 3? How do you want to do this? Do you have any information you want to tell me?
Okay, so I told Catboy that I'm the virgin.
Okay.
I gave Alex 3 for 3, but I told him that because Catboy's claiming the saint. That might have been a bad idea. It might have been a good idea, but also, like, my role can test if somebody's good, so...
You should 100% use that on the saint. You are one of, like, 2 ways... If you are actually the virgin, you are, like, one of 2 ways to confirm that he is actually the saint.
Yeah, so that's the... No, because the, it doesn't work on outsiders. It works on town.
Oh, shit. You're right.
Yeah.
Good call. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so the saint is an outsider.
Yep, that's right. If you're nominated as townsfolk, that's
Things then, right?
Okay, yeah, that's.
Oh,
Thanks,
I think
BJ.
we
I'm gonna head over and talk to other people and see. I collect their 3 for 3s and see if there's more.
Just kind of the way that works. I only get one vote, but at least I get it, right? Like,
No, it's an interesting twist. I hadn't thought of it like that, but yeah.
I'm
that's
the
right.
butler.
That's
Like, I
how it
only
works.
can vote whenever I want. I can only vote if somebody else votes. Like, that's annoying. So
Yeah.
yeah, and it sometimes doesn't even work out right. Like if depending on if the person starts upstream of me and my chooser is downstream of me, I can't vote at all. Like,
Oh wow, really? Huh.
yeah, well, because
Yeah, I've never played with the butler, so
right, because like the way the hour hand works. So if it's going around clockwise, if the person being nominated is upstream clockwise of me, and my chosen person,
You gleaned from that text message, though. Yeah.
I'll give you a 1-minute warning.
What are your 3 for 3s here?
I am I'll say the soldier, the slayer, and the raven keeper.
Oh. You know, other people, okay, you're the first person I've talked to who hasn't claimed monk. Everyone's like out there trying to claim this super powerful role, and you're not.
That's not like
I will tell you before, like, because, like, I don't know, I'll probably also say it in town, but, like, I am the saint.
I think we are in town. We're just the only 3 people here. Right?
Well, okay, when everybody's in town square. But, like, I am the saint. Yeah, I'm the saint. And Morgan, just let's not, like... Hi.
Hi, what's
Hey.
Hello, Morgan.
we totally should not.
We love you.
were
love
you talking about me?
Yes.
No.
I was just like, I'm this, and then Morgan comes into chat. Oh my god.
I thought I had everybody back, and then people scuttled off.
Dun, dun, dun.
you got fucking John, y'all.
You can make me put that beep button to use. All right.
Oh, yeah, right.
No, you're fine. All right, folks. You can continue your public chats, but I will say that nominations are open.
So again, I will repeat because Alex was tuned out. That my one power is that I know that either Alex or Ryan are the spy, so our one minion.
So we're claiming an investigator on
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah.
I also have.
Then I've noted as well, and I noted this to the team. I'm butler, so like I'm completely fine with being killed. If y'all feel the need, basically, the butler power is bullshit. But I wanted to put that out there for outsider count.
Oh no!
We have other outsider accounts. Well, we have.
Wait,
Yeah,
did you?
Are there any other outsiders? Legitimately, there was only one, and this is actually pretty important. So, like, if you're the saint or the recluse, please speak now, because
I
there's
am the
absolutely
saint.
no reason to keep that secret.
Yeah.
In this.
I'm the saint.
You're the saint, Catboy.
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's wrong.
Mhm.
That's
Wow.
No, the interesting thing would be, is anyone else claiming an outsider?
Follow the wind.
Yeah, is anyone else claiming outsider?
because we got to make sure that we don't have
Hey.
like. Oh wait, no. Actually, Butler would be the outsider.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
That's,
We've got
that's
Butler
the
and
point.
Saint. That's the two.
So that would be our
Yeah,
two
but if you
outsiders.
only
No
have two,
drunk.
that means there's no Baron.
that would
Right.
be Baron.
But keep in
No
mind,
Baron.
so the spy. So to understand how the spy role works, they will be, I guess, reporting as well, I guess they wouldn't be messing with the outsider.
They're a
count.
minion, though.
Yeah,
They're a minion.
Yeah.
but you would be still treating him like an outsider.
Okay. So, in that case, that's some pretty serious accusations from Glenn. Alex, do you have any thing you want to say?
Yeah, I am a townsfolk, but I'm not the spy, but I would like to say that I have a pretty good role, and I'd like to continue living, and I think there's ways to sort of base Ryan's role as butler. You know, there is a check there where you can only vote if you chose someone else. You can vote with them. I think so. I think there are some checks that we can do.
I mean, I guess they rely on me being honest. Like, it relies on whether or not I vote on something. But
Isn't that
Second
everything?
call.
I'm going to nominate
I-
Ryan Terry. I nominate Ryan Terry.
All right. Eric, state your
Let's
case.
get it over with.
One, you have Glenn's investigator information. Yes, I accept the possibility that Glenn could be poisoned or drunk. I have other personal reasons why I want to do this lunch.
Personal reasons.
Getting an outsider.
That's no reason.
It's Ryan Terry.
I apologize for the last game, Eric.
Personal, all right? No, I think I think lynching an outsider, since that's the claim here, is a pretty safe lynch to go. And considering that the investigator's got a beat on it, I think that's doubly a reasonable way to go on the first night. And I think if Ryan really is the butler, he's probably going to be okay with this too, because Ryan Terry usually likes lynching himself as a townsfolk. That's
I agree with all of that, but I still think he's actually.
I'm usually very down for that. That's true. So, one other note as well. The note of me and Alex, either one being the spy, that is by far on this script the least impactful role to give a damn about dying if they're evil. Like, just speaking in general, because the spy got their info already, and not much on this script changes things as regards to the spy we care about. So, like, the spy doesn't care if they die, and also they're not really much of a threat to town anymore because they've already got their data. So
Yeah, but by eliminating a minion,
it's worth potentially killing. But my point that I'm getting at is I'm fine with dying here. Mm-hmm. I just want it to be kept in mind that, like, it's not that big of a deal if the spy stays alive.
Well, I think it is important, though, to get rid of a minion if we can, because if the imp kills themselves, the minion would become the imp.
There is a minion jump. There is a minion jump potential. That's true.
Okay.
Yeah,
I would say that's worth keeping in mind.
I'm going to run the vote. 5 votes to get put on the block.
You get the last vote.
I'll put it on.
Right.
I'll do this. Why not?
It's almost in. Well, because you can.
Actually, I'm going to put it down just to make it beatable.
6 is enough.
Before we kill everybody, no, I just wanted to share that I also had first night info as well. I just didn't get a chance to say that earlier. So I'm the chef, and I was told that there are 0 pairs.
Okay.
And I was also told by Daniel that is useless information.
So,
why would that be useless?
It doesn't really. That just means that we know there are 2. It just means they're not next to each other.
Sure, that doesn't make it useless.
It's not useless, but it doesn't give us a whole lot.
We find one.
Very appreciated.
But see, it'll help once we narrow. If we narrow down that Alex is a minion, then we know that Morgan and myself are not evil. So there's some play.
Or if I am, it would mean that Eric and Catboy are.
But in this case, are we all settled?
Final call.
I'm pretty
Final
I think we are.
Yep.
All right, I am calling it then in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Ryan Terry is executed and dies. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Whoa. That's a way to get out of there.
All right, we are back. I remembered to do my transition that time, so good on me. Interesting first day. Yeah, our attempt to frame Ryan Terry apparently went pretty well. So we'll see what they do with that information about possibly being a minion out there. I see Meredith in chat. Meredith, don't worry about anything. You're completely fine. Tobias, thank you for that. Appreciating the transitions. I will try to remember to do them from now on because I have one for every day and night, and I forgot the first two. But yes, I'll be curious to see if they turn on Alex next as a possible spy. Also, Grady coming out as a chef is a character that has received all the information that they will receive, and they may try to off Grady 2, now they'd safe kill. But there's not that many people in the game, so that might not come to pass. Especially, I think Alex might have a little bit more sus on them than anybody else. But yes, our poisoning of the investigator has led things off in a good direction, I think, has really distracted folks. All right, let's go talk to our friends.
I just have this image in my head of everybody comes out of their house every morning wondering, oh, who's going to get hung today? And
Whoa.
I love to get a little bits of chat that I hear in the thing. Who do you want to poison tonight?
Alex.
All right. Your will be done. Have a good night.
Good night.
not really going to get
You're
it
in
much
bed.
people, though.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
You seem to be off on a good note, I think.
Right.
Who's your first kill?
So, here's the thing. I've heard people say that the Raven Keeper's around, and I know Alex said that she doesn't want to be killed by the townsfolk. So, but there are other roles that which benefit them to be killed at night. So, I think a safe one would be go for someone who I know I want to activate the ability of, and I'm going to say Morgan.
All right, I'll take care of it. Good luck.
Thank you.
No, not throwing shade. I actually.
All right, I did forget to go and talk to Alex, our drunken monk. So let me go do that. I should have done that first. So let me go take care of that.
His patience to wait for the library, and I want that in my life. But
I
it's
have
not
an
me.
e-reader, and like the library will loan me the e-reader copy, and then I just have it for 3 weeks, and it deletes itself, and there's no fines.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Theo.
Who would you like to protect with your monkish ways?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so sorry, quick question.
Aye.
So if I protect the imp, and the imp tried to off themselves, their power wouldn't work.
Each night, choose a player. They are safe from the demons tonight. Yeah, if you choose the imp, then they can't kill themselves, as far as I know. Yeah.
Theo, it's so hard.
You think that would be a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it'll be a good thing, but I need to find out who the demon is.
Yep, that usually helps in this game.
Yeah, but some people I don't know.
Who do you think the demon is?
I think it might be BJ or Daniel. They didn't vote last night, so I don't know. It's a little sus. I don't get good reads on them, so I'm going to. I want the useless players to be dead. You know, I don't.
Not the useless characters, but the useless players.
Sorry. Yes, there's no useless characters. It's just that once you're like, there's some characters that are one and done. You know.
I know. Well, who would you like to protect tonight?
Sorry. A little banter.
Yeah, no, you're all good.
Let's protect Eric for now.
Protect Eric. All right. I'll make a note of it.
Okay, thanks.
Good luck.
Love hand.
Actually, I won't make a note of it because Alex is drunk. But it didn't really matter because the imp went after our virgin Morgan. Gobias, finding the demon helps win blood on the clock tower for good, big if true. Yeah, that is very true, isn't it? Let's see who is next on our list. We need to go talk to Eric, our empath. Now that, this is interesting. Now that Morgan, our virgin, has been killed, and Ryan Terry has been killed, he's getting readings on 2 new people, and he's gonna get a 1 because of Catboy, but he may think that it's because of Alex, because now this person's dead, and the empath gets a reading their 2 alive neighbors. So it's gonna be very interesting to see which one he thinks is truly evil. And since they're sus on the monk for being, or Alex for being the spy, that could be very interesting. So we'll go talk to Eric now.
Crap. If you figure out how to communicate with me outside of this game.
Well, hello.
Hey, what's going on, Theo?
Oh, not a lot, but you're starting to get bad vibes from one of your neighbors.
I'm starting to get bad vibes from one neighbor, so I'm taking that's Catboy. Okay,
Yep.
Or I could have been poisoned. Thank you.
One of your neighbors, I should make sure that you heard. Yeah, one neighbor.
Right.
All right,
Great.
good luck.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Ash ones, 2 or 3 of the blood and ash ones, and then you start on the other one, fire and flesh. We need to start naming all these things so damn similarly. It really gets irritating.
So you want me to commit like a mystery where how to connect with BJ outside this?
Yeah, I don't even you work for Paizo, right? Find me in the Paizo chat. I'm like,
side quest.
Presumably your email would be.
Ask Eric for my
email
phone
list.
number. I don't know, like somebody. I'm sure Theo. Oh, just ask Theo. He can give you.
Yeah, I'll ask Theo. I'll pass on my information, and then Theo will send it to you, and then we could add each other over Discord or something.
Yeah, I have Discord. I think I'm Unicorn Sprinkles on there. Or like my socials are really easy to find. I think Facebook is like BJ Hensley 1.
Okay, cool. I'll find you as my side quest.
That's your side quest. Yeah, because I've got like this whole picture of a reading order. That's how I've been reading them, and it actually works out really well. Because by the time I got to the 2nd or 3rd book, whichever it was in the main series, I was like, oh, these are so good, but also, oh my god, I'm so burnt out.
Let me interrupt you for just real quick, just to tell you, make sure y'all looking out for my chats if you would.
I don't see any. I've been watching.
No, just everybody. Just on everybody look out for my chats.
Yeah, people. God wants you to listen.
God need Jesus.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
Just gonna see who your picks are for tonight.
Yeah, I want to pick Alex and Glenn.
Okay, you look at Alex and Glenn, and you learn that, yes, one of them is the demon.
Dun, dun, dun.
Which one do you think it is?
Okay. Glenn.
Oh, okay. Good luck.
Since night 1, I've had to pee.
Oh no!
You should go do that.
No, you shouldn't, because it is morning.
Yeah, that's the first thing I do in the morning. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, right. That is morning, right?
Don't bring the microphone with you.
And you awake to find dead in the streets from bladder explosia. It is Morgan.
No!
Oh, that's a problem.
Okay.
Have a wonderful day.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Morgan, what was your role?
I was the virgin,
Oh wow.
Oh, been there.
and I was hoping that we could use that to test somebody, but
Yeah, that would have been really
That would
useful.
be really
But
helpful.
So, I have some information that I guess I could share this. I'm the empath, and I actually got bad reads on one of my neighbors. So the first night I got 0s for Morgan and Ryan. Obviously, if there's a spy in the game, it wouldn't necessarily be correct.
Right.
The second night I got a 1, so one of my neighbors. So that means either Catboy or now Alex, because of the order of the night kill, is possibly evil. Now, again, I could also be poisoned or drunk. I haven't really sussed that out yet, but I'm telling you my reads. I feel like I've covered half the board with this, so if you want to figure out the rest of your board, you're welcome to do so. With both of my neighbors being dead, obviously makes me look really suspicious, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
would suspect Eric.
No, I think that it jives with Alex being the spy, provided Ryan was truthful in being the butler.
Problem with that.
Alex.
Problem with that. Spy very frequently reads as something other than evil, even to the empath.
Correct.
Oh.
So my
Right, yeah, they're usually good.
so in the event that Alex is the spy, it would be a very odd play from Theo or the storyteller to make that a evil read going to Eric. It would make a lot more sense theoretically for that to be something where that would be a good time to let the spy's ability to read good maybe throw doubt. Glenn
So
makes me look like a possible drunk.
I'd say the other thing though is that Catboy's claiming saint, which is a classic for the demon.
It is. It is.
Catboy's always the demon.
Despite it being Catboy, and obviously he's the demon kind of by default. Like,
yeah.
You know, but I think that it's worth thinking that maybe Catboy could be the saint. I would want to test the saint claim at some point. I'm not saying we do it tonight. I obviously can't even nominate, but it's worth at least having that thought that it's a thing, because I really cannot imagine
Glenn?
that being something.
One way to verify that though is to execute Alex, and then if Eric still has his read, then we will know about Catboy.
I suspect if we execute Alex, there's a 0% chance that Eric lives through it.
Okay, but that's a confirmation too, then, isn't it?
Fair. I mean, it's a fair point. Like I would expect that to be that's a reasonable set. Also, a possible read here, Glenn. Maybe. So let's kind of throw this out here in a set. Like let's logic through this. So let's say, for example, that Alex is good. Let's say Alex is good. If Alex is good, what does that mean? If Alex is good, it would mean by definition that your reading was wrong. That would mean one of two things.
But that's my question. Like, so I guess my question I want to ask here is, and I'm not super familiar with games, so if this is dumb, I'm sorry. But if Glenn's the investigator, can Glenn get bad information? Is there a reality in which his information could have been wrong?
If he's drunk, or
only if I'm drunk.
Drunk or poisoned.
You could also.
Well, you're not going to be poisoned on the first night.
If you're a first night poisoned, that would be a long shot, but it's no longer of a shot than you being drunk, really.
I mean, because honest, like if I remember correctly, because I think Theo has mentioned this, I think most of the minions go first, or if not, the poisoner goes first.
Yes, he could be poisoned. He could be poisoned. He could be drunk.
To clarify, on the first night, the first person to act is the poisoner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Before the washerwoman, librarian, investigator, chef.
Which could mean that there's no spy whatsoever. It could also mean that because there would be a poisoner, obviously.
So here's a question. Here's a question.
If you hit O, you can see the night order.
Yeah, let me give it to Dana real fast.
If Eric is actually the empath, like he says, and he gets a read the first night and at the very beginning, right? First night and the second night, and that changed. The first night, I mean, all that changed is between the two nights. Is now it was Morgan and Catboy, right?
No.
We killed you.
His read was Alex and Catboy, not Morgan and Catboy.
Because the demon would have.
No. But he's saying on the first night it would have been Morgan.
First night would have been Morgan and Ryan.
First night Morgan and Ryan, and I got a 0. Second night Morgan and Ryan are both dead, and I get a 1. That's to clarify everything.
Yeah. Okay. So Alex, according to your information, be Alex.
Sorry.
They're drunk. Right.
Catboy's claiming saints. You have to be careful. Lynching him, there's not really a lot of ways to test saint that I could see.
I'll tell you what.
It was only the virgin that's dead now.
No, I have townsfolk.
I have a good way to test the saint, and it's one-time thing. So I'm the Slayer.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. I mean, by all means.
By all means, shoot him.
I've got one shot, and
I think that's a good play.
I
honestly think shooting Catboy as the Slayer is probably a reasonable bet.
If there's a spy named Daniel, you're probably next on the list.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
now that you've said that you're the Slayer, I would use it right now, and I would use
it right now.
Just in case.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
I want to shoot Catboy.
All right. Daniel takes his crossbow out from behind his back and aims it squarely at Catboy's, right between the little cat ears on Catboy's head, and fires. And congratulations go to the good team.
Oh my god!
Oh, got him.
Oh,
Let's surprise some people in the chat, in the game,
oh my god.
with our reveal as Catboy as our poor
Fucking shot. Great.
and our savior for today.
It was the universe correcting itself.
Daniel, our slayer, slayed Catboy, our imp. Let's go with some. Morgan was indeed our virgin who didn't get to act.
Because
Eric.
I told Catboy that I was the virgin.
All right, how did we end up here?
Daniel,
Yeah, what
our
happened?
slayer, decided to aim a shot squarely at Catboy, our imp. So Daniel
Nice.
slew the demon in the night. We have Eric, our empath, who was reading on the first night, Morgan, our virgin, and Ryan Terry, our butler. When those two were killed off, Eric got a 1 on Catboy because Alex was indeed our monk.
I think Glenn was the drunk. I just want to know that Glenn was drunk.
We have BJ, our fortune teller, who got a reading of yes on, who was it? Glenn and, who did you look at last
Glenn
night?
and Alex.
Glenn and Alex, because Glenn was your red herring and our drunk.
Oh, I was drunk.
And our poisoner was Grady, who poisoned Ryan
Interesting.
Terry on the first night, and
Way to go,
poisoned
Daniel.
Alex, our
Good
monk,
play.
on the second night. And that was our very short game of Blood on the Clock Tower. Trouble Brewing. Would you like to do?
Ryan Terry was, or sorry, Catboy was the end.
Catboy was the
It's always
imp.
Catboy.
It was being the Slayer. That's
We should have
one
just
of the
started
only-
with
How
that.
did you know to like aim for Catboy?
Because
Every
that's one
game,
of the only
execute
ways-
Catboy.
It's one of the only ways to actually test the Saint theory.
It's a
Yeah.
good point.
Without
basically when
potentially
there's a
losing the
Saint, yeah, testing the Saint with the Slayer is a great bet because it's a great way to make sure that the Saint doesn't.
Sorry,
It's one of,
Catboy.
Well,
It's
no,
one of, like,
because
only rules.
I committed, like, so my other bluff that, Grady is the chef. My other bluff was the soldier, and I've done that before, bluff that I'm the soldier, so you guys, just because, like, I want to be, I'm claiming I want to be decoy for the imp, but, like, I wanted to, like, now, like, this is, I chalk this up to, experience for me, because now I know, like, there's downsides to be claiming the Saint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
Well, no,
really, if there wasn't a Slayer, it'd be really
Well-
hard for us to test it, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So, like, when I talked to Alex, Alex was like, I could either be the chef, the soldier, or the Ravens keeper, but they're the monk, and they were like, everybody's a monk today. So, like, what is the reasoning behind lying, not even putting it in there when you ask? I will never trust somebody with that again. Like, why? What is
Yeah, I guess I didn't throw in my role because I'm telling people different information to see if I die. Because
okay.
yeah, so I'm telling people different. Like, I also want to hide I'm a monk because I'm a very powerful character.
100%.
That makes
I can-
sense. Yeah,
I
hiding
can
it makes sense for sure.
I can
100%.
protect people, so I just did that so that like,
Cool.
and I the only person I really told was Eric, and so if I died, I could presumably maybe like suspect Eric would have killed me, maybe with that information. Yeah.
So, Alex, I took you at your word because I just heard whispers of a Raven's keeper. So I took you at your word. It's like, I'm not going to kill her. So I'm going to kill someone who I know has a useful power. So I killed Morgan. But it's just like, if I didn't believe you, if I had just like gone for it, oh my god.
You wouldn't have-
Then it would be a completely different story because then
I
you would
just
have been like,
good lied. I think that this game.
sometimes I had to lie. Yeah.
So the question is, do we want to re-rack and do one more time?
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right, I'm gonna start choosing characters.
Why not?
Yeah.
well, good game, everybody.
Good game, Catboy.
Good game.
You know, I was talking about the meta and killing Catboy, but you know.
The best